What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? I'm Yogi Steve, and you're watching ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy. This is the second episode of the Emove Cruiser Chronicles. I'm out here with my buddy Brian. He's going to drive the Cruiser today. I'm on the Emove Roadrunner, the first generation. I really love this scooter. We're just going to go and pick up some food, but this is just another good example of how a regular person would use their Emove Cruiser in regular life. This is the second time we're taking it out without charging it. Remember, the goal of these Chronicles is to see how many times we can take the Cruiser out without having to charge it. So let's get on the road and go to Zankou and get food. I think the Cruiser is a very good first-time vehicle for almost anybody. They retail for about $1,400 bucks, $1,500 bucks. Don't forget to use my bonus code, $50 off, Electric Scooter Academy. Saves you a couple bucks. These scooters are really good at about 25, 30 miles an hour. The Cruiser maxes out at about 30. This little Roadrunner goes about 34. We'll see if it's genuinely faster. Brian's looking good. Looks like he dressed up for the video a little bit. Hey, no fancy moves, buddy. Yeah, so we're just going to Zankou, basically the best chicken place in town. Brian and I eat at a lot of shitty places. This place is definitely healthier. The Emove Cruiser has been on the market for a long time. By the way, this is really the Emove Cruiser S. So this is the Emove Cruiser with the sine wave controller. Sine wave controller just gives you a more subtle acceleration method, as opposed to what's called the square wave controller. For years, most scooters had a square wave controller. And all that means is when you trigger the acceleration, you get like 100% juice. Sine wave controller, you trigger it a little bit, you get 10 or 20%. You trigger it all the way, you get 100%. So it's a little more sophisticated way of accelerating. And also the new controller that's on this scooter is going to be less inclined to burn out. The first generation Emove Cruiser definitely had controller issues going up hills, but I've taken this scooter up hills. I've put heavier people on this scooter going up hills, and they've done really well on it. Brian's only a little heavier than me. He's looking pretty good. He actually lost some weight recently. I think he's at about 210. People have asked me about this scooter if they weigh like 250 and 300. The scooter is capable of holding your weight, but it's not a good long-term scooter. Just a scooter. This is my opinion. This goes against what most dealers and manufacturers say. They might say hey, stop at the corner, Brian. They might say the scooter is good for a 350-pound person, and that just means you can operate with them on it. Doesn't mean it's a good long-term purchase. Yeah. We'll hold this lane together. This will be a good way to hold this lane. It'll be safer. Don't slow down for me, though. Okay, go as fast as you want. I'm on your left, buddy.
Right or left, right?
Go to the light and make a right. Or not. Okay, yeah. Make a left here. On this scooter, when you go over a bump, you want to put your feet on the pegs. Keep going. Make a right. Alright, we're on Sunset for a second. Driving on Sunset's a little advanced. Mine has some experience. The typical consumer who's really only driven the rental scooters. Oh yeah, don't forget he crashed my Cuda. You know we're going here, right? Alright, you ready? I'll follow you, buddy. You're in the lead. Heading home from Zankou. I'm really happy that Brian is comfortable on this scooter, because I do sell it, you know, your bonus code. Like, even though I'm not technically selling it to you, I do feel semi-responsible for what might happen with it, so I want to give people good advice, and my advice is if you're 220 or less, it's a good scooter. Even though it's rated for like 350 pounds or something, I don't think that's a good idea. I think that you'll just wear it on it too hard at bigger weights. It just won't last. But let's see what's going on here. If we can not get ran over by this truck. Oh my God! Fuck! Fucking Brian just pulled right in front of that guy. Sometimes I don't know about my friend Brian. He's a little too much of a daredevil. Whatever you want, you're in the lead. I do love the Roadrunner, man. I'm closing in on like 700 miles on this thing. I still have the original tire. I've changed the brake pads because I've actually upgraded to hydraulic brakes, but my hydraulic brakes are holding up really well. It was not a really expensive upgrade either. I got the brakes for 75 bucks. My buddy Brian basically installed them for free. He was going to give them for free, but I still gave him 100 bucks. But I think it's smart idea to put hydraulic brakes on. Oh shit! I don't know why I followed Brian. He's just pulling right in front of fucking people. It's funny, he drives cautiously, he drives slowly, but then when it comes to like getting in front of somebody or making a move, he's like super dangerous. Everybody's got their own style, I guess. It's not like Brian's already pressed on one of my scooters, right? At least I got the helmet on. Let's see what he wants to do here. Let's see what kind of decision he makes. He should just stop and wait. But yeah, I'm not gonna let Brian get in front of that scooter. Brian! No, get behind, get in the right lane. Don't go in the left lane. That's what you're crazy. Yeah, that's nice. Now we can make a left here. This is a nice control here. We're gonna set the scooter on too. Go up the hill, see if I can catch him. Yeah, I feel like the Roadrunner is slightly faster. I think I'm slightly faster than you, buddy, by a couple of points. You're at max throttle, right?
Yeah.
See, the Roadrunner is just a little faster. It really should. This scooter goes 30. This scooter I'm on goes 34. One thing I like though about riding the bike is how you can easily ride with one hand. You shouldn't ride with one hand on a scooter, that's for sure.
Almost there.
Yeah, we're almost home, buddy. Yeah, I love the sensation of the bike. I mean, this is a scooter. I'm sitting on it, right? But it's really a bike. So it's going to be a hard decision if you're thinking about buying something at this price point. Both these scooters are the same price. Like, do you want a scooter that you can sit on? Or do you want a scooter that you can stand on? Some people want a traditional stand-up scooter. Honestly, I love the sit-down scooters, but the truth is, for longer riding, I want to stand up because it hurts my back to sit for too long. So I really would rather, personally, if I had a choice of these two vehicles, I'd buy the Roadrunner, but you know, not everybody wants a bike style, they want a stand-up style. I like how these vehicles are like very similar, and they're at similar price points. They're both good hill climbers too. The Cruiser is a good hill climber because it's got that big ass 1,000-watt motor, and the Roadrunner is a good hill climber because it's got dual motors. They're smaller, 500 and 350, but it's like those two motors working together gives you probably a little more juice than the Cruiser. Why don't you make a left so we can test it up this hill? This hill right here is a good hill too. Look at this flying up. Yeah, a good scooter should be able to conquer hills, and you should be comfortable with it in traffic. I saw it, earthquake, I saw it. That girl just tripped over nothing, so I made the classic joke, and it was an earthquake. Wonder if that got on video. I'm almost home, guys. This is my neighborhood. Hopefully I haven't shown so much of my neighborhood that if I have a stalker, you can figure out where I live. Friends, thank you for coming out for another episode of the Emove Chronicles. This is the second episode. I'm not going to charge the Cruiser. I'm just using it for personal chores, and we're going to see how many missions we can get out of it before we recharge. scooter's probably got minimum 30-35 miles in high gear and more range in lower gear. We always ride in the third gear, though. I got Brian in third, so it's going to get the minimum range, so at least 30 miles per charge. Friends, thank you for following me for another video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave comments, ask questions. Don't forget to set your notifications for the live stream. Don't forget to use my bonus. Brian, oh, it's got leaving us on. Don't forget to use my bonus code for any of the scooters that you see in my videos. Everything I drive now, except for Dualtron, you get 50 bucks off. Electric Scooter Academy bonus code. Supports me as a content creator. And we are home, guys. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time.